guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be starting a pretty hefty repair, and one that you don't see often done on a bus of this vintage. Maybe on a split window, not on a 74. I'm talking the frame. Now my bus is a rusty mess, just like most of them. You can see I need the long wall on this side, part of the floor pan, some inner structure, but underneath I need some frame too. You see, I have a sneaking suspicion that this bus was one time flooded. Now, right here, you can see by the torsion tube, it's pretty rusty. That's not uncommon. That happens. Now, what doesn't normally happen is this. What I just showed you was the passenger side. This is the driver's side. You're looking at the torsion tube right now. But if we keep going up, it's just gone. The inside panel's there. The outside panel is not. Now, it fixes itself right at this first outrigger here. So I basically need to make 4 to 6 feet of frame. How fun is that? Now, Allen Schofields makes the rear frame section. And they make a patch section for the passenger side. But here's the deal. It's like 500 pounds for the full length, which is like probably close to $1,000. Now, it's probably a beautiful piece, but no, not for this. So I went down to Logan Steel in Meriden, Connecticut. They have a bargain barn. Cut-offs and chunks that were part of jobs that aren't going to be sold. And they had this. Now the frame on a bus originally is 2mm. This is 12 gauge steel. Real hefty stuff. I think it's close to 1/8 of an inch. Have to check. And that's what I'll be using. Alright guys, so here's the inner frame area. You can see I've cut out quite a bit. Back to solid. I've made my template. And we're going to cut it out of the 12 gauge steel I've got. Now we're not going to weld it in yet. I want to patch the actual torsion tube before that. That way I can patch that, have access, weld the back plate on, weld that inner patch to the back plate, then do the front. But a lot of strong material left. Alright guys, this is a sheet of 12 gauge steel. I don't know if it's cold rolled or hot rolled. I'm going to assume it's hot rolled because it's got these like oil stains on it. That's what hot rolling is. So here's my template. You see I've marked where the engine is so I can't confuse it. You really can't anyway. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it this way. You see that? Let me move you. Now I'm going to cut it this way. You might be saying, well, DubWerks, that's just a waste of material. You can do it this way, and you are only cutting that strip off. You're right. But if I want to use this to fix the rest of the frame, I need as much length as I can. So we'll do this. Let me throw some weight on it. Beautiful. Now we'll get the angle grinder and cut this out. Alright folks, so after a little trimming, there we go. That is the inner frame piece. So this is thicker than OEM. We're gonna seam weld it all along. Maybe do some plugs here because I'm overlapping it. Here by the torsion tube, it's gonna be a seam, another seam, maybe a strengthening plate like it's already had one put on. Weld that on. We're really gonna beef this thing up. Alright guys, so here's the outer frame rail cut up now. It's nice and thick metal. if you take a measurement with the old calipers, .61, real good. That's millimeters. So I did find this section, which my original inside piece doesn't reach to, so we're gonna weld in a piece from the inside, then weld the outer one on. It'll be golden. This frame will be very solid, so I'm not concerned about it. The outer piece, I'm gonna make it so it overlaps on the outside. Then we'll make the bottom piece. I'll be making like to here, there, and then there, separate sections welded together. I'm not concerned about that. It'll be nice and solid. That's all I want is solid. You can see here, I'll get the light for you. We've made our torsion tube one. That patch, so right in here. I'm gonna weld that in. It'll be solid. Alright guys, so here's where we're at. I didn't film most of the cutting, but as you can see I've cut a lot. Cut off 2 outriggers, and I've made my template now for the frame rail. So what do we got going? On this side, it's on the outside, right at the torsion tube. It slips in, stays inside, and I might have it stay inside, or I might pop it out like you see here on the end. Haven't decided yet. Alright guys, the inner is cut to now, where it needs to be. There's like no frame now. So tomorrow will be Master Series, coating the rust and insides, putting the new panels on, welding, and more welding. Alright, and here we go. Looks like fresh, clean steel. That's coat number 1. We'll do another coat whenever this one's dry. Then we'll be ready to get welding. Alright guys, so I've been really terrible at filming, but the outside is all welded on now. You can see beads literally everywhere. All down in here. This is a separate piece welded on so I can get that tube there. Now we're working on getting a bottom plate. Alright guys, and now it's done. I just have to order a piece from Showfields. They have the back section, like the back 16 inches has the engine mount and the bumper mount on it. That's going to be easier for me to order than try and fabricate, so I'm going to do that. But this I couldn't justify buying. So as you can see, the welds are ground. Fair enough, it's a frame, I don't really care. Beautiful stitching. Here, there's a bottom plate on it, that's what it's welding. So we got the bottom plate here, welded here. Then I ground it flush and welded it across. You can see tube comes out. This is welded. All welded in there. Welded up there. So that's that. We got to do something similar on the other side, not nearly as intense as this. I have my suspicions that this vehicle sat in a backyard that possibly flooded in Massachusetts. So that would explain it. But next up, we're gonna do that. Obviously, rockers. I've started on the rockers, cutting off the top hats and stuff. But that's gonna be the end of the frame video. Probably part 1. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. You know, it's my first big rust repair video in a long time, so getting back into it, you're gonna see a lot more of this kind of stuff soon, because this is a big project. Like here, check this out. This is my like bulletin board of things. As you can see, frame is checked off, but this is what I could think of. This isn't things that I'm gonna find, so get ready. But guys, like I said, this is the end for this rust repair video. So I'll see you in the next one. If it's rust repair or a walk around or whatever, I'll see you there. So stay safe, guys. Take care. And until then, see you later. Alright, guys. Bye.